Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on a fun exercise that you can do with your spouse. This is a part of the series that I have been producing, and we are on number 4. But if you have missed the first couple, don't worry because they're all interchangeable. So you might want to get a piece of paper out, or if you have purchased the book, you can follow along with it. We are on number 11, which is the date night activity. And in the book itself, if you have taken your time to go through it, I actually put a date night planner in here since it is a workbook, so you can jot down your ideas, and there's a couple pages for you to do that. So before we get started, I really want to talk about why it's important to date your spouse. And that is it keeps the relationship fresh, new, and exciting. If you think back to when you first met your spouse, you put your best foot forward and looked for romantic ideas, you were creative, and the two of you made time for each other and had fun. And as we know, life happens. You end up working, you have kids, family members, other responsibilities, and so many times the marriage takes a back seat. But in order to keep it going, you really do have to work at it, and this one exercise is a fun way to work at it. So I'm going to go over the exercise with you, and we'll begin right now. If you can manage to do a date night once a week or at least twice a month, it's really important and it'll be very beneficial. And so the best thing to do is mark it in your calendar so you both know when it is. So here's the rules for date night. Number 1, talking about anything but the kids, work, or stressors. Or if you have pets or other things, no talking about that. Number 2, keep it fun and talk about future plans or things that you have in common. Number 3, try out some new restaurants, go out on an adventure, you can pack a picnic, you can go to a concert, you can take your car up to the top of the hill and do a makeout session. You can visit an adult store. I mean, there's all kinds of ideas that you can come up with that the two of you can do that are fun together. And because you're each coming up with things, you both have more opportunities to add in different types of date night experiences. And the internet is a wonderful way to find some different things to do, to be creative. You can also ask other people if there's some places they have been that they've enjoyed. And so you start to build up things that the two of you can do, so when it comes to that night, you're not twiddling your thumbs and going, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Or if you're responsible for planning that date night, you don't know if your spouse will like it or not. This will resolve all of that, because part of the exercise, and I go over this with clients in my office, is for each person to take out a piece of paper and for them to each write down 10 things that they want to try. Now, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily thinking of the other person. I want you to concentrate on some of the things that you would like to do on a date night. Then you each take the paper that you wrote it down, you exchange it, you circle the ones that are similar. So there you go, you already have something that you know the other person wants to do. You check off the ones that you both agree would be fun. And if there's something in there you're not sure about, then you can leave it alone. But this really helps you get started, because if you're the one, again, in charge of making the date this time, you'll know exactly what your spouse likes and it won't be a disappointment. So the idea is to spend quality time with each other and constantly come up with new ideas of potential places to go. When planning the date night or even a short vacation, both parties should take turns planning. This removes the pressure on one to always be responsible for coming up and arranging the date and ensuring that both parties are responsible for working on the relationship. This is a very important part of the date night exercise, is that you each take a turn setting up the date, and you each surprise the other person. It takes about 3 months for a pattern to stick, so you want to at least continue to do this for 3 months so it becomes more familiar. And it's highly recommended for you and your partner to refer to this guidebook here, every 6 months as a refresher, and you can also add new ideas to the list. It's best that the both of you make time to complete the entire set of exercises together once a week and use brainstorms to come up with new adventures. Last but not least, make an effort to at least every month doing something that your partner likes, and then take turns introducing them to activities that you're interested in. This is a great way to show the commitment to be with each other in a relationship. Some couples have found that after they have been taking the initiative to try something out new, both of them ended up having more common interest and thus furthering the bond. The other aspect of this is you're creating intimacy outside the bedroom. And for couples that are struggling with their sex life or sexual intimacy, much of it starts outside the bedroom. And if you continue to work on that, then eventually when the two of you are intimate, the sex will be much better and you will have much more in common and feel that you've really spent some quality time with each other. So again, the date night activity planner, I just want to show you one more time, because it's really important that you write down the numbers on here. And there's a couple pages that I've put in here where you can each take turns writing down your different ideas. And then, of course, this is a great book to go back to, once a month, once every 6 months, whenever you think that you either want to add to it or you want to go back to something that you've done that you thought was really fun. So if you do a fun activity and you both enjoy it, you might even want to put a plus sign next to it so that you know you can go back to it again. So please leave your comment, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. As you know, I believe everyone deserves to have a healthy sex life, and so do you.